What marketing or lead generation source is best? I see this question all the time, and the reality is the answer, or at least I guess let's say it this way, asking that kind of question is almost like asking, well, how much does a car cost? It depends. It depends on where your business is, what's right for your business, what's going on with the business. There's so many other factors that affect the best place for you to get leads or sales for your business, but we can take the guesswork out of it by just knowing a couple of quick, simple numbers and doing some quick math. And this actually came up in one of my mastermind sessions earlier this week. So I thought, let's see if we can't help you take some of the guesswork out of it so you can make the right move for your business, no matter what source you're considering. And let's help you break this down. Again, this is another week in our installment of how we help you get more leads, close more deals, and improve your profits for your business without spending an extra dime on marketing or advertising. So let's jump into today's example of how you can answer that question for yourself and use, again, some numbers to take some of the guesswork out of knowing what lead source or what marketing is best. So let's jump this in. I also got a tool to help you. I've got a calculator to make that super easy, but we'll walk through some of the basic numbers. But if you want a copy of that, just let me know. Just drop in. Let's go with cost per lead. Oh, no, let's make it easier. Let's go CPL. Drop CPL for cost per lead in the comments, and I'll send you over the calculator to help make that super easy. All right, let's show you how we do this. And we're going to use an example of, let's just say, if you've ever thought of going to a home show and using and being an exhibitor at a home show, let's use this as an example, but the approach works the same no matter what channel or what resource you're considering to get leads for your business. All right, so let's break this down. Okay, so first step, let's take a look at what would be your overall total cost to pursue going to a home show. And again, you can apply the same thing to direct mail or to running paid ads or to a billboard or radio or whatever you want, any source you want to invest in. This is one way we can help you get there. So we went through this example, and I'll just show the quick numbers. This is, again, just notes from our session earlier. So we said, hey, it was going to be about $3,800 for the booth. Had to put some money into the display. We had a value for how much time he and his team were going to spend there. Just miscellaneous costs for some of the candies, the giveaways, things like that. And then even connecting Wi-Fi at the venue. All in, figured it was going to be about $6,720 for the home show. Then we said, all right, well, let's compare that. If we know that's going to be our cost and our average revenue per project is $15,000. The way he does is he's a general contractor, and that's where his averages have been lately for some of his specific framing and exterior projects, and that's what he was promoting at the show. So it's all right, 15K. Well, if we want to get at least two projects to cover that cost of 6,720, then okay, we need two. So that'll put us at 30,000 in revenue. We want to go on the conservative side. Certainly he's had some that are bigger, but let's just say conservatively, all right, I need to close two projects at 30K to cover that 6,720 in cost to make this event worthwhile. Well, let's now unpack. I would help them understand, well, how many leads do I need to get from this home show to make it worth it, to help me hit my number? So then let's just unpack and reverse the math to get to that number. So it's 30K in sales. Well, if for us to get two projects, we close typically about 10% of the bids we give out. And so if we close 2% or we close 10% of bids and we need two, that means we need to do 20 bids. Not every single bid closes. So in this case, he's to 10%. We also know that not every single lead turns into a bid. Some people just call to want information. They're still trying to figure things out, do their research, whatever the case may be. And so we know that in this case, as we looked at the numbers, we figured he averages about 75% of the leads he gets actually get all the way through and become a bid. So if it's 20 bids that he needs and 75% of the leads he gets turn into bids, then that leads to 27 leads that we need from the show. Going to the home show knowing, hey, I need 27 leads. I've got to talk to 27 people, get 27 email addresses and phone numbers. Makes it a lot more focused in how we're going to approach each day and track how we're doing each hour to help make sure we're going to back into the numbers we need and make the right decision to say, okay, well, what's success look like? Because if we then take that number of the 27 leads, when we divide that from our cost that we had earlier at 6,720, puts us at $250 a lead. Now we've got an easy way to be able to compare what a home show goal and effective home show would look like compared to any other sources, whether that's LSA or Google verified for those that you prefer to call it that way, or again, social media or mailers or anything else. You want to make it so it's as apples to apples as you possibly can, and getting to your effective cost per lead is going to help you do that and approach each strategy with at least the right set of numbers that's going to set you up for success to compare one versus another to help you answer which lead source is best, what marketing channel or what marketing activity should I do. So again, if you need help breaking some of those numbers down or looking at your current situation, let me know. Happy to help you make this simple and make it easier to know where you ought to put your resources, put your time, your attention, your focus based on what you have today. So because which one is best? Again, it's like asking, well, how much does a car cost? That's not really going to help you get some answers. Let's help you take the guesswork out of it by using a framework like this. So again, if you want a calculator that I put together to make this really easy to compare all those different channels at once, drop CPL in the comments. I'll send it over so you can use that and not have to guess going forward. We'll see you next week.